Sabine Wren's Jedi arc in the Ahsoka TV show has been controversial, but Star Wars has actually been setting it up for the last 47 years. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. The idea of anyone being able to access and use the Force has been established in Star Wars since the very beginning, contrary to the backlash against Sabine's Jedi arc. George Lucas himself stated that anyone can learn to use the Force, and it is not exclusive to the Jedi. It is a matter of effort and training, not just midi-chlorian counts or inherent talent. Other characters like Chirrut Îmwe and Jyn Erso have shown that even without being Jedi, they can still connect with the Force and use it in their own ways. Luke Skywalker also emphasizes that anyone with dedication can become a powerful Force user. Sabine Wren's Ahsoka Jedi arc has been controversial, but Star Wars has actually been setting it up for all 47 years of its existence. At the end of Star Wars Rebels, Sabine Wren becomes Ahsoka Tano's apprentice. However, at the beginning of Ahsoka, it was revealed that Ahsoka stopped training Sabine. After some tension in the first couple of episodes, Ahsoka decided to train Sabine once again. Throughout the show, Jedi architect Droid Huyang establishes that Sabine has little aptitude for the Force. She fails over and over until she finally accesses the Force in the Ahsoka Season 1 final. Sabine's Jedi arc received quite a bit of backlash. Audiences protested the idea of someone who was proven to not be Force-sensitive learning to use the Force, saying that it defied Star Wars canon. However, this is simply not the case. The Force was always meant to be accessible to anyone with enough practice, and it has been established in canon at least 8 different ways. When explaining the Force to Luke in A New Hope, Obi-Wan describes the Force by saying, "It's an energy field created by all living things. It surrounds us and penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together." The idea of the Force surrounding and permeating all things suggests anyone can access it. After all, if it is a part of everyone, then theoretically everyone should be connected to it. There is no suggestion in the original trilogy that the Force is only accessible to an elite group. This, as it turns out, was by George Lucas' design. In a transcribed 1981 interview, George Lucas explained how the Force works. In that interview, he stated that anyone can access the Force. In J.O. Rinzler's The Making of Return of the Jedi, Lucas, screenwriter Lawrence Kasdan, and director Richard Marquand discuss Return of the Jedi. In the interview, Lucas explains the rules of the Force. This proves that Lucas always intended for people with lower midi-chlorian counts to be able to become Jedi with enough effort and training. Learning to use the Force was never only a matter of midi-chlorians and inherent talent. It was always meant to come through hard work and seeking balance. When explaining midi-chlorians to Anakin Skywalker, Qui-Gon Jinn states the following. This once again reinforces George Lucas' original idea of the Force presented in A New Hope. Midi-chlorians, and thus the Force, are the foundation for life in the Star Wars universe. This means that the Force is not only accessible to everybody, but it also sustains everyone's being. Every single person in the Star Wars universe is deeply connected to the Force, whether they realize it or not. Contrary to popular belief, midi-chlorians do not contain the raw power of the Force themselves. Rather, they are a way of figuring out the strength of one's connection to the Force, and thus gauging a particular person's potential. However, taken in the context of Lucas' earlier comments and the original trilogy, it's clear that a low midi-chlorian count doesn't make becoming a Force user impossible. It simply means that some people have an easier time than others.